Good Dharma works off bad karma. Karma is cause and effect. Dharma is the state of being that causes the effect. Karma is thought and action. Dharma is discipline. How disciplined are your thoughts and action? Dharma disciplines thought and action. Your state of being is a reflection of your state of mind, and your cause and effect is the result of your state of mind. Thought determines action. For every action, there's a reaction. That's karma. Karma is cause and effect. The good, the bad, righteous or wicked is all based on individual perception. What you perceive it to be, it will be. Understand that your karma pertains to you, not me. What's good to you might not be good to me. What's bad to me may not be bad to you. The problem is when you impose your perspective and project your feelings about your perspective onto others. What you feel is wrong, what you feel is wrong to you may feel right to me. These things might be acceptable in my culture, so that cancels out your ideal of what my karma should be. So all the talk about how karma's a bitch, you can't escape karma, karma's gonna catch up to you, that's all dogma. Superstitious dogma. Cognitive dissonance is the product of dogma. Delusional disorder is the product of dogma. And your over-attachment to dogma will keep you delusional and lost in the worlds of illusion. That's the karma you will into existence, or the effect you caused, because your dharma is not properly aligned with your karma. This is why being in control of your mind is so important. Like I said, your state of mind determines your state of being. Know that the way you think determines the way you feel. The way you feel determines the way you act. This has a physical and a spiritual impact on you. On a spiritual level, strengthening Dharma weakens karma. Dharma has the ability to cancel out karma. Dharma is the acknowledgement of error, the acceptance of error, and corrective action to correct error. The universe is mental. The all is mental. Dharma is mental acceptance of right and wrong, and coming back to the physical to pass the test of temptations to show and prove you've learned better. Dharma is mentally understanding so you don't have to go through it again physically. Living the experience without becoming the experience eliminates moral dogma and releases you from karma. Karma is a prison, and Dharma is the key to make you free. So when I talk about detachment from humanity, this is what I'm referring to. People's over-attachment to human existence and all of the dogma, all of the moral isms, all of the mental blockers, all of those different things that come along with it. All of the moral dogma that keeps you dealing with these or entertaining these moral dilemmas, not realizing that it's only an illusion. These dilemmas don't really exist. They're only as real as you make them out to be. You're in control. So the moment that you gain the willpower to take control or to reclaim your mind and operate your mind and operate your vehicle without allowing your vehicle to be driven by others, without allowing your mind to be occupied by outside forces, then you can shed away these layers and eliminate these unnecessary attachments, these unnecessary blockers, and start breaking down all of these different dogmas. Start breaking down all of these different walls that are keeping you confined, or breaking away from the prison, tearing down the prison walls. Because although your light may be housed in a body, or your light is housed in a vessel, or the body is a vessel of light, the body also is a prison, or it imprisons light. It's what a cell is. They say the body is full of cells, blood cells. Blood is DNA. DNA is ancestry. Ancestor is a star state. A cosmic state of being that projected down into the physical to express itself. But it's only to have an experience, only to go back to where it came from and maybe share those experiences, or to have lived the experience and gained insight or knowledge or further enlightenment or further growth or expansion from these experiences. Being able to receive all of these experiences and take them in and transform them and evolve it into something new. So, breaking away at these prisons, tearing down these cells, destroying these cells is necessary. Because we've gotten to the point where we've become overly attached to humanity. So when I speak on letting go and detaching from, it's not saying that a person shouldn't experience or have any emotions towards anything. It's not saying that a person shouldn't have feelings towards anything. It's not saying that a person should negate the whole human experience. But what I'm saying is, don't allow yourself to be so consumed by the experience that you think you are the experience. So then you lock yourself in a spiritual prison, which you call the body. This prison body that's filled with cells. So sometimes destroying cells and breaking cells and damaging cells and killing off cells, it's a good thing. But it's all a matter of the perspective that you're dealing with this from. If you're dealing with it from a physical perspective, or if you're dealing with this from a spiritual perspective or a soulful perspective. Like, which eye are you using when you analyze this, or when you look at this? Are you looking at this from your inner eye or your outer eyes? Are you using your spirit eye or the soul's eye? Or are you using the physical eye? The body's eye. The eyes that don't really see. The eyes that don't really comprehend. They just take in light. So whether these images, these light images, are distortions or not, the physical eye doesn't always have the ability to see things for what they really are. So the insight is the sight that comes from the inner eye, the soul eye, that lets you see reality for reality and the illusion for the illusion. So, original thought. Not allowing yourself to be programmed. Not allowing yourself to go with the flow. Following these different trends and doing as everyone else does. I mean, you have to ask yourself, if it's monkey see, monkey do, which monkey are you? So, it's really about training yourself to remember who you are and what you are. Taking in these lessons, learning from these lessons, and growing from these lessons. Not constantly repeating the same thing over and over again. And taking it in as a lesson unlearned. Because if you never learn from the lesson, you can't move to the next level. So, if you look at it from a perspective of how the school system is set up, is you pass or you fail. You can only get pushed forward but for so far. And even if someone pushes you forward and says no one should be left behind, it doesn't mean that you have the ability to even keep up with the forward. You may lose yourself. You may not have the strength to even perform on that level. So what happens? You become a victim. You become dependent. You become weak. Or you look at the environment around you and realize that you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to develop more strength. So you train to become stronger, to have stronger will, to power yourself out of whatever situation you may be facing, whatever you may be dealing with. Because ultimately you have the power. You just have to know how to tap into that power and unleash that power. But for your benefit, not for the benefit of others. Not for the leeches, not for the parasites. Stop being a host for the leeches and the parasites. Use your vessel as a vehicle to do your work. The work that you came here to do. Not the work of others. To fulfill your purpose, carry out your purpose, and grow. So you don't have to come back and go through it again. Because if you're not doing this for you, who are you doing it for? You don't want to drown while in the process of trying to save someone else from drowning. Because they may take you under to stay afloat. Throw them a life preserver. But don't kill yourself in the process of attempting to rescue someone else. Know how to pick your battles. Know when it's time to walk away. But overall, make sure you always do right by you. Make sure you always take care of you. Because all of this revolves around you. Once you realize you are a soul controller. Because whether you realize it or not, you are the architect of your reality. You are the architect of your illusion. So with that being said, be creators and create. If you don't know how to create, you'll be subject to the creation of others. Be a creator and create. Understand that the most powerful thoughts are the thoughts that you create. The most powerful words are the words you create. The most powerful ideals are the ideas you create. The most powerful symbols are the symbols you create. The The most powerful rituals are the rituals you create. The most powerful spells are the spells you create. The most powerful entities are the entities you create. The most powerful magic is the magic you create. And the most powerful reality is the reality you create.